Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just a little inspiration here. I don't own the rights to the song, but I wanted to play it before we get started here. Then have a little word of prayer, and then we'll proceed with Wisdom Wednesday podcast. It's going to be a great short subject here, but it's something that I think that's, as the Lord give it, I give it. I want you to receive it as I do. It's a lot of things happening, and we just gonna listen to the music here for a few more seconds, and then we're gonna have a word of prayer, and then we're right into our subject for today. I want to tell you about me tonight. I'm not what I want to be. Mighty Clouds of Joy. Oh, Gospel Groups Quartet. Very spiritual to me, and it reaches me. Each his own. All right. Somebody keep asking me, what are you going to do next? I tell them, please be patient with me. God is not through with me. But I'm glad I can start getting right. I know I've been changed. All right. And on every Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Motivational Mondays, and Financial Fridays, we're going to be broadcasting here on the podcast to get the word out to the people. In our prayer, I'm gonna pray a little. Pray not a little, but a lot. It means a lot, because of the crisis that's going on, the stubbornness of the people. It's just that the doors are open for Satan to get in and tap dance on us and do the things that he wants to do. But we're going to pray against all of that this morning. Father God, we come to you this morning, this afternoon, and we're asking you to intervene on the virus and the epidemic and, everything that's going on, and the misguided people and then the mind so entrapped in, in different things. We just asking you to step in, Lord, and change what you want to change, Lord, because it's up to you, and help us to be safe, the ones that seek your wisdom, seek your knowledge and guidance, Lord. Just be with us as we go through on a daily basis, Lord. Each and every day is a new day for us, and also it's a new day for the trials, troubles, and tribulation, Lord. And we just want to ask you to be by our side, lead and guide us, Lord. In your precious Jesus, Son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. All right. Subject today, we're going to talk about the endowed wisdom. Endowed wisdom from Exodus 28:3. I'm going to go ahead and read that, and I'll go ahead and get started. Here, Exodus 3:28-3. It said, "You shall speak to all the skillful persons whom I have endowed with the spirit of wisdom, that they make Aaron's garment to consecrate him, that he may minister as priest to me." It's several different phases of wisdom, and each Wednesday I will go into one of those. So, God has endowed us with wisdom. How we use it and how we receive it is totally an individual thing. It's based on what your wisdom is for. I like to give out financial wisdom and life wisdom that I have endured, been endowed to me. I like to give out that wisdom to people. And we just got to do better in what we're doing, because right now there are different things out there. People are talking about jobs and uh, changing their changing their professions and all of that. But the Lord showed me that what we need is to use our God-given talents and skills. It don't lose, it don't go away. It's always there. And seek his guidance. Like I always say, Habakkuk 2:2, it's not just Habakkuk 2. I like Habakkuk 1, 2, and 3. So look it up and read it. And, by all means, look at wisdom in 28:3, because we need that wisdom and guidance. Our young folks, they need the wisdom of the elders to help lead and guide them to make better decisions. And we're gonna do things according to his will. And I just want to tell everyone, get my book. Get the book. The book have a lot of information. And once you get the book, go register on my website. It's flashing across the bottom there. Go register at my websites. Financially, if you need more cash, go to the other website, wealthcreatorchange.com, and register for the Sunday evening workshop. The movement is moving rapidly. So I'm trying to empower the people with the wisdom and the knowledge that God gave me, just like he gave Aaron. I want to be able to give it to the people so it can help them, and God will be pleased in what we're doing. I believe in, like I say, uh, the rest of this year, next year, and the years to come, the rest of my days here, that I would give reverence to God in everything that I do. But sometimes we don't do it. But I'll speak on me. I don't do it like I should, but that's the past. Because he tell us in Isaiah 48:16-18 that forget about the past. What he blessed us with in the past is the past. He said, what I have in store for you in the future, you cannot even conceive. So that's where my mind is at this morning. I'm not focused on the past. It was just a life experience and a journey, gave me more wisdom and knowledge. And, it's all pertaining to everyday life and people in general. But financially is where I'm focused, because that is my ministry. And I like to stay focused on what God gave me to do. And I'm doing great things. I have great opportunities for people to do better. I mean, fast food jobs, you making $50,000 in a career, and now they're advertising on TV that there's fast food jobs open. But I understand, if that's all that you can do, want to do, but there are other things. The Bible talks about seek and you shall find, knock and the doors will be open. These are true things. I have experienced everything that the Lord has to say, be it good or bad. All God do is good, but I feel short. When I say bad, it's not a, God or Jesus don't do bad, but I feel short of what I had in my hand, and knowledge and the guidance that I was getting. I feel short. So when I got the true revelation about what was going on, then I did better. When you know better, you do better. And that's what I want to continue doing. I know that people are suffering financially, but until they're willing to open up this hand and receive, all I can do is give you the information and pray that one day it will settle in you and your spirit, and you do something about it. If you're okay and fine and you're okay where you are, I'm speaking of the people that's having problems in the world today. I also I watch the news, but I watch the news for a different reason. I like to know what's going on. I like to hear what people are thinking and saying, and Lord give me revelation on what it's all about. People, don't send your kids to school for the school to babysit. I hear a lot of people saying that things got to change because I'm working a job and I need my kids to go to school. I'm working two jobs. I need my kids to go to school. Well, the school is not a daycare center. It's an educational learning center where your kids are being empowered educational wise. So your parent skills at home are still needed to be done by you. Sure, it's a process, but don't publicly say that in public, because that's a bad connotation on your part, saying that they need to be in school because you got to work. Well, there's other alternatives. Work from home. Work from home. Or start your business. I mean, there's all alternatives. I'm always going to speak it regardless if people receive it or not. And we got to do better. And I want if you're on and you hear me and you know what I'm saying, you know, re- come feedback, talk back to me. You know what I'm saying? And I like to invite some people to my podcast, on a weekly basis. So if you have questions, we can answer your questions. We also can see your concerns. And I'm just one voice. I'm just one voice. I reach who I reach. And I keep telling everybody that unity is the power. There's no one anything with power, not the kind of power that's going to benefit everybody. Football teams don't win games by one person. Military don't win wars by one person. It's a unit. They're unified. It's going to be the same way in this financial struggle because there are people that holds 90% of the wealth in America, and the other 10% is left up to the working class people. And based on your race, only 3% of that 10% that you get. Well, we got to change all that. I talk about it in my book. I talk about a lot of things that's affecting people's lives today. And I wanted to help them to get past that, do something bigger and better. I mean, it don't matter what you're doing. I'm not asking anybody to quit doing what they're doing, stop doing what they're doing. But just like we get higher education to get higher pay or to learn more, it's the same thing when other things come your way. I'm asking you to get empowered where money and finances would not be the problem. 1 month, 2 months, you can have assets worth over $1 million. If that don't excite you, I don't know what else will, but it takes you on your part. I'm working on 1,000 people. The first 12, we're gonna hit the ground running. I need 12 qualified, I won't say qualified, I'll say dedicated and serious-minded people to contact me and say, hey, I'm ready to be a part of something that's moving. That's why I call it a movement, because we're not stagnant. We're not sitting in one place. We are on the move. And it don't matter what walk of life that you're in, what careers you're in. If you don't have it, there's another way you can get it without renting yourself out to other people. You're still in bondage. I talk about it all the time because people don't seem to get it. If you go to school, get a good education. I noticed back to college how all, including my family, my kids, my grandkids, everybody's locked up in the same cycle. But they know better because they've been hearing me say it all their life. My kids. But I'm talking about other people. You go, you get them to college, you get the degree. Education is fine. That's fine. But then they go out and hire themselves out to other companies and things like that for pay. You pay for the education. Now you're going to go and build wealth for somebody else because, see, the companies are building wealth. And when you start working for them, you're helping them. I'm not an advocate against work, jobs, and all that, but there's a better way. Somebody have to be able to tell the people there is a better way. And a better way is to own your own company. Everybody won't do it, so be it. God said there will always be the poor. So we know it's not going to be everybody on the same page. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to get the one that want to be and do better for their family and leave the generational, not only in finances and money, but as a legacy as well. And I'm going to keep saying it until we get there. And I can't give it all out, but I can tell you, you got to have faith and you got to step out on that faith. Faith without works is dead. And stepping out on faith is a work because you moved. You made a decision. I don't deal in fear, doubt, and skepticism. It means the same. Satan just used that tool so that you won't do nothing. It's a confusion thing. If I fear something, I don't do it. If I'm doubtful, I don't do it. If I'm skeptical, I don't do it. You might say definition-wise or what people want, the system wants you to know, and say, well, they different. Hey, it all means the same. If you're doubtful, you won't move. If you're skeptical, you won't move. You will confuse yourself. Well, you let the devil confuse you to where you can't make the decision that you need to make. See? Now faith. That means now, right now. Ed, yes. What do I have to do to get it started? Where can I go to actually sign up to be a part of the movement so that I can be part of the investment group that's going to change my life? See what I'm saying? That's not doubtful. That's not skeptical. And I don't have no fear in saying it or doing it. Because if you don't like it, if you think that bad about it, it don't hurt you. You done tried a lot of things in your life, but you're still living and you went on to something else. But if you can't stand being wealthy, on the path to being wealthy, because see, it's not an overnight thing. It's just like credit repair. You didn't get in debt overnight. It was a life journey to get you entrapped and in bondage where you are now credit-wise. See what I'm saying? So I'm not a quick fix or get rich quick scheme thing. None of that kind of stuff. You have faith. You walk in that faith. You put in the works. God can make things happen overnight. It's not long term. It's based on his will. But if I'm moving in the right direction, I can share in that will of God. So remember, hit your friends up. Tell them about what's going on. Tell them what we're talking about. Or just share or refer this video over to them. Go to my website. There's on scroll across the bottom there, wealthcreatorchange.com. Sign up for the Houston Wall Street movement. Great things going on. And let's come together in unity and make things happen. This is Wisdom Wednesday's podcast. I will be back on Friday with Financial Friday. And we're going to talk more about the finances and where people stand. Because see, when I hear a problem, I talk about a solution. I'm hearing problems and I'm talking about solutions. There's a solution to everything. Everything. Whether you want to be a part of it or not be a part of it, it's still going to exist. There's going to be wealth in America, whether you have it or not. It's just passed from hand to hand. But I want to teach you something about cash, asset, cash, which I know the working class people don't deal in because they have you consumed in what they're doing and you're building wealth for them. They understand cash, asset, cash. I'm going to give you an example. Large Fortune 500 company, Pepsi. Yeah, the Pepsi you drink. They own Frito-Lay, uh, Aunt Jemima, Kraft Foods. They own 27, 30 different companies because they understand cash as their cash. You got some cash, which they have. They bought some assets from someone else that someone else billed to a certain point, sold, they bought that, let it operate, which it keeps generate cash. They take that cash and buy more assets. That's the process that we got to get our mindset straight on. So that's why one of my classes is called a transformation of the mind, so that we can get our mindset right to understand how these things work, and that it don't take you. I don't have time. It don't take a lot of time to do a few things, an hour every other day, hour a week. Anything is better than nothing, because if you don't do anything, nothing changes. Nothing changes. So, hey, share this with people, broadcast it. By all means, get my book. Go to the website and check out the things that we're doing. Get on the Sunday night call. After you get your book, get on the Sunday night call and register right on the website. Go on the events. And then when you click events, register. And it will send you the information about the Sunday call. It's a Zoom call, but this is the podcast. So here we're going to have people on here that talks about different things, investing, credit repair, whatever the struggles in the American people, working class people having. We have people on here that talk about that. And of course, I'll be here and I'll be the moderator, and I'll be here to ask questions. And I have my days that I do, like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Motivational Mondays, Wisdom Wednesday, and Financial Friday. Okay. So always victory, as I say, and I see everyone at the top. Everyone at the top. In this movement, there is no one-sided thing. What I mean by that, then I'm going to get off. What I mean about that, as a unit, we all benefit. If it's 1 millionaire, everybody will be one. If it's 20 million, everybody will be 20. So we equally share, except a smaller percentage to keep the broadcasting and different things going on and in operations. And then that same process will go over with you when I show you how to start your own successful company. You can duplicate it. It's not a problem, because with 50 chapters, that's a chapter in all 50 states. So you can still be your company doing what you like to do, your passion, your vision, under the same movement. We got to come together, people. We got to start doing things together. Every race of people do things together and cause things to happen. We got to do the same thing. And just people in general, if you just not making it, haven't been making it, your parents didn't make it, your grandparents didn't make it, your kids are following in the same footstep, you need to do something different. Sure, everybody's not going to want to do it. Everybody's not going to do it. But at least they have the opportunity. But if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, how can you pass it on to them? So always victory. And I'll see everybody at the top. God bless. See you on Friday.